You know, stuff like pulled pork and fads and phenomena like that. Pulled pork was been eaten along the Blackwater River here nearly 11,000 years ago, before they had knives or forks. And in fact, the early hunter-gatherers around the Blackwater Valley, as I say, going back at least 10,000 to 10,500 years, they had a pretty good diet. They had the wild pig. They did away with the giant elk. They ate them out pretty quickly. So wild pig, wild fowl, birds, Atlantic salmon, trout, a range of berries like bilderberries, wild strawberries, blackberries, 7 more types, provide lots of vitamins. The water here, especially the springs, the limestone bedrock was infused with stuff like magnesium, calcium and zinc, so very good mineral provision for their bodies. Yeah, 10,000 years ago they were living a pretty good life along the Blackwater River. A lot of people know that actually the early Neolithic farmers, not only in Ireland but across Europe, and when they first began farming and moved from hunter-gathering, they had a far inferior diet than the old hunter-gatherers. And in many cases, when you're dependent on crops and nothing else every year, and the crop doesn't grow, you have massive population collapses. Something else worth noting, of course, is that climate change, natural disasters, wars, not even necessarily here but abroad, these things have caused changes in our diet dozens of times over the last 10,000 years and left us in pretty dire straits on occasion. Something to think about in 2022 as well. So yeah, the first farmers here, although they were all over the Blackwater Valley here, they still depended on a lot of the same things, in particular the fresh water that the Blackwater provided, and also the transportation it provided, because some of the earliest grains found in Ireland and in Kells actually match grains found in a Neolithic settlement in Bangor in Wales. The two match up like nowhere else in Ireland or in Britain. That's 6,000 years ago. All the natural forces were hugely important. In fact, they were revered, godlike. Water, the sun, agriculture itself, and right along the Blackwater here at Telton, just a few miles from Kells, from the Bronze Age onwards, the annual Talton Éineach, held every August, was a celebration of pre-harvest and in memory of the sun god Lug and his foster mother Taltu, the goddess of agriculture. So the farmers, and that Talton Éineach continued up until 1169, long after Christianity had come here. So the farmers and the people had a close reverence for the land because they depended on it. And we have, as a community along the Blackwater here in Kells, depended on our local land and the river until the 20th century. New farming technologies, changes in consumer choices, imports of various types of food have led to us completely forgetting what we have here and what we may potentially lose. So if you want to know a little bit about what we ate, why we ate it, where it came from, how we cooked it, usual today, carbs, proteins, all of that stuff as well, over the last 10,000 years, then join me on Thursday night, Thursday the 18th of August at 7:30 p.m. in the Headford Arms Hotel. I'll just give you a rundown on everything from hunter-gatherers to home deliveries over the last 10,000 years. And also a second thing, on Friday night, on the 19th of August, along the Blackwater River, meeting at Virginia Transport, the Kells anglers are kindly holding a nice little nature walk along the Blackwater, because to tell you today's story of the incredible ecosystem there, from insects to fish to wildfowl to mammals, beautiful flora and fauna. We have our own incredible nature reserve right on our doorstep, which has looked after us for the last 10,000 years. So that's on Friday night, meeting at Virginia Transport in the Kells Business Park at 7 p.m.